I'm muted. Hello, world. I'm back. League started a ranger earlier, and I already am a little bit like... So League started the ranger because I was unprepared with a League starter plan and just wanted to pick something that I could riff easily, but having gotten almost the whole way through Act 1, I'm already a little bit like, do I really want to be playing this? I might reset with something wackier. But I think I'm going to go kill Bossy Boss with my ranger since I'm kind of through most of Act 1. Go kill Wolf Guy. And then I might just, like, bank some stuff and reset with, like, a shapeshifter or something. I don't know. Or try something actually wacky. Just feel like mixing it up more than I committed to earlier, so... I'm going to play through Act 1 and then kind of figure it out from there. I could try something interesting. But one thing's for sure, I'm going to stay up late playing Path of Exile tonight. So there's that. Gotta backtrack and get the anvil.
Stop! Just wait! Surely we can...
Ranger, you have been sentenced to death.
Great Wolf take you, bastard!
To execution will be your last.
Your time is up.
Wow. I thought that was a line attack, not a giant radius. It almost got me.
Get down here. The guillotine.
This one always gets me. Oh. Well, that was nowhere near me.
Get down here.
Owie.
Your time is up. The guillotine drops. Take their head, or I take yours. Your time is up. You only delay your death. The guillotine.
The axe edge is dulled. Count G in order.
Rare boots, rare boots. Alright, gonna backtrack and get the anvil, which is a once per league thing. Only have to do it. I won't have to repeat it on another character if I'm back here in a little bit.
Fury!
This is a very big zone. It always takes a while to find this. The pigs, the pigs.
nowhere to run.
What's that? Why does it keep whomming? Is it because I'm coming in and out of radius of a quest item? Or something? Why did it make that sound? Maybe it's back this way? How was I getting the loot bomb? Weird. Where's the anvil? Come on, game. Is it over this way? Oh, it's back here, and I kept coming in and out of radius of it. Yeah, it's the quest item. Alright.
Stay light, stay alive.
Why? Oh, my aching inventory space.
An easy trophy. Got no pack space for that.
Alright, game. Come back for things in a sec.
For what it's worth, it isn't. There is only enter. It's all gone.
Owner's house. You've called. Feeling lucky? Later.
Buddy.
You must be. Thank you.
Ah.
Yes. None
Sell
of
a
it's
bunch of
junk.
stuff.
Trust deal. See ya.
Oh, built. Beautiful. Which also lets me do charm. Blank rune quest reward. Got some open support spots here. Yeah. Okay. That was a level 5. That one I can use. And sell this bad ring.
None of it's deal. Why then?
This is a quest turn in for a rune. Definitely gonna want cold res for the boss fight. I'll wait to socket it though.
I can't do that here. Fury! Meet your end. The wilds are my weapon.
The wilds are my weapon, huh? Is that what we're going with? You have to click on the actual checkpoint. Alright. Let's go. should have... Okay, wait. I'm gonna do this for now. I'm gonna rearrange this. I did them all wrong. It's fine. The only real problem is that I don't know what I'm doing. Alright. Why do I always go the... Is it the waypoint direction? No. I need to get the waypoint. It is the waypoint direction. I always go the wrong way when I walk into this zone for some reason.
Thunderous shot.
Oh dear. This is a lot. Oh dear. Yeah, I had the opportunity to log out and didn't. I got sprint stunned. Being greedy and impatient. Rare in there.
Too weak, too slow. Face me. Fury.
Realm is restarting in 2 minutes. Why? Why, God? Hey, I got to the manor. Sweet. I'll get the checkpoint for the reset. I guess they're hot fixing something, probably. Alright, if
It's a
there's 2 minutes to
cowardly
restart,
wolf
then I'm
that
gonna
hides
chill
in
for a
his
minute.
den.
Quickly.
Restarting in 1 minute. This is all junk.
Never had any love. None of it's junk. Guess I can help move that for you. Bye then. You found. Go well.
Bench. Nice. Boom. Done. I'm gonna go check the site, see if there's any information about this or if it's just gonna be a quick reboot. They've done 3 hotfixes already. Fixed a bug where cartographers' chisels could drop. That's pretty funny. What game is this? Client crash. Instance crash. Unearth problem. Druid related crash. Which is probably half the player base. Investigating issue where wolves from Predator's Mark are not dealing damage after you die and revive. It's good to know about. Are they actually restarting the server, or are they just like saying they're restarting the server? Ah, the smoking pipe's amazing. I love it. It's exactly what it sounds like. Boots. Seeing if they ported over any of my PoE1 stuff recently. Oh, they made that look cooler. I don't think that used to have the swirly business going on. Okay, are we actually going to restart the server?
I could do without the attention.
Guess I shouldn't have waited on it. Hip attachment. It's a book.
Yes.
It's a book strapped to your thigh. With glowy runes on it. That's kind of cool. Okay, but like... I'm gonna try restarting the game. I don't even know what's up. The pipe is so good. Oh, you gonna get on? Just ping me if you want to play and I'll get you in on a chat. It just said it was a restart. I think they're just pushing a hotfix. They've done 3 of them already. So I started a Lightning Ranger because I was unprepared to play anything else, and I was like, I'll just play something straightforward. And I'm at the end of Act 1, and I'm already like, why did I do this? I don't want to do this. So whenever you get on, I'll re-roll with you and play something wackier. I don't know what it will be. But I'll co-op with you if you like. I did see the Djinn Sorceress. It's awesome. I've done enough. Well, it's actually... Is it Sorceress? It might be one of the Druid ones. Or is it a new Sorceress Ascendancy? Okay, there's the restart. Man, it said starting restart now, and then it took like... Alright. Well, I have time to look at the tree now. Oh, okay. It is Sorceress. I didn't realize that. Okay. And Druid has 2. Okay. Sweet. So there's 1 new Sorceress Ascendancy and the 2 Druid ones, which are Oracle and Shaman. But yes, the new Sorceress looks sweet. I really like a lot of the stuff it has going on. Okay. Let me create a dedicated window here, and I'll pull this up on the stream. There we go. Got it. Do polls on the Twitch chat? I think that got unlocked when we hit affiliate a while back. Yeah, the Secret Ascendancy is weird. Is that the way the new Sorceress one works? Is it one of those that you have to unlock during the game? Okay. Okay. The level 4 Sekimus trial. Yeah, that is weird. How do I view what these skills actually do? Is there a way to in this screen? There we go. Ooh, it's so buggy. Okay. Mana regen. Energy shields is added to armor. Yeah, they do. It's like these three main arms are three different djinns. There's a fire one, a water one, and a sands one. And they each have a different theme, and then they each have an additional ability you can give them. So you pick the one you want, and then you pick which abilities to give it. Yeah, this looks wacky. Time lost jewels. Stuff like this could be cool for solo self-found, because you could just, like, hard focus the Sekimus trials, get a bunch of time lost jewels, and then just have a way to, like, go deep on them. And yeah, it's really annoying to view what these do. And some of them don't even have descriptions in here. I can't even view what all these do. I know that there's an image of all of them posted somewhere. Still down for maintenance. Alright. I guess it's going to be like a 15-minute maybe. Let's look at what other options we got. Acolyte just got redone. Or pretty heavily adjusted, I think. Spirit. So this is like 100 plus 900. So this is about 1,000. This becomes like 1,750 damage reservation. %, 10%. So this is like 2,000 ish damage that just absorbs. Still don't love this. But you can also buff up your chaos resistance a bunch. Gain a volatility when you inflict. Come on, let me view it. It doesn't hold like it's supposed to. There we go. So it explodes and deals physical to you when you inflict elemental ailments. For 10 seconds after the explosion, you'll gain volatile power, gaining 1% of damage as chaos for each volatility which exploded. $200 volatility stacks. So every time you do an elemental ailment, you get a charge. And then if you go 4 seconds without getting a charge, it blows up, deals a ton of physical damage to me. And then you get a 10-second buff where you do tons of extra chaos damage. That sounds fun, actually. This is just you deal as many elemental ailments as possible, regardless of what they are. Just to trigger lots and lots of volatility stacks. Oh, and you have a % chance to gain them on kill. Then you gain a bunch of extra chaos damage. Alright, see ya. You can ping me whenever. Chaos damage randomly either also contributes to freeze, flammability, and ignite, or shock chance. This is awesome. I'm going to do Acolyte. I like the idea of doing every elemental ailment. Yeah, I'm gonna try Acolyte, I think. I'll make a monk. Sounds fun. And yes, sorry, Theseus, I just saw your message, so I don't know how long ago you sent it. Probably not that long. Yeah, they just added druids to the game. I was playing currently, but they're deploying a hotfix, so they're resetting the servers. They're down for a few. Once they're back up, I'm going to go back in. But yes, it added druids, which have 2 ascendancies. They also added a 3rd sorceress ascendancy. And there's shapeshifting in the game now, which is not explicitly tied to druids. It lends itself to druids, but you get your shapeshifting powers just from having a certain category of weapon equipped that let you take on an animal form. There's a new type of weapons called talismans that are melee weapons, but instead of swinging them when you equip them and use them to attack, you go animal form and swing with the animal's weapons. So they give you an animal attack and an animal form. And the druid ascendancies have stuff that kind of plays with that, but you can do the shapeshifting with any class potentially just by equipping the right category of weapon, which is cool. I think a lot of people are playing like bear warriors and stuff. There are 4 shapeshift forms. There's bear form, which is kind of the tanky one, and it's got fire themed stuff. You're like a fire bear. There's it does like volcanic slam attacks and stuff like that. There's wolf form, which is ice themed, and it also summons packs of wolf minions. I think there's like a melee attack that when you hit with it summons wolf minions to fight with you. So it's got like cold themed and pack hunting themed stuff tied to it. And then there's a freaking dragon form that is the wyvern form. You can turn into a dragon and breathe fire and stuff. And I think it also has lightning themed attacks. And then there's a 4th shapeshift form that's like a demon form that you can only get from a specific unique item. But they previewed it in the patch notes to show what it looks like, and it looks pretty cool. I don't know, or maybe it's not a unique item. Maybe it's a different category of talismans that you have to have equipped. But there is a demon form that you get via some special means. And I don't know a lot about what it does. It just looks cool. So yes, they're shapeshifting. I don't think... It sounds like Bill might try out the shapeshifting when he gets on in a little bit. Might co-op with him. This is what I'm staring at right now. Whoop. Oh. Bonk, bonk, bonk. I am going to try restarting the game. But I think the server's just down. Disconnected from patching server. Okay, I can't even get the patch downloading yet. Let's see if they posted an ETA or anything, because it has been a little longer than I expected. Sounds like they had some bugs. I started a ranger, but oh, okay. It says 10-minute downtime estimated. And I don't know how long ago that was posted, so. Or it says in approximately 10 minutes, but I don't know if that's from now or from when that message posted. So hopefully 10 minutes max here. I started a ranger, like a lightning ranger, because I didn't prepare at all, and I didn't know what to play, and so I picked something straightforward to play. And now I'm at the end of Act 1, and I'm already like, why did I do this? I don't want to play this. So I think when Bill gets on in a few, I'm going to restart, or I might just reset here and do the Chaos Monk, which is one of the underplayed Ascendancy classes since the game started. It's been like one of the worst and one of the least played, but I think they just buffed it and redesigned it pretty heavily. So I might take that for a spin and see how it plays. It looks really fun. That's what I had pulled up on the browser there. Let me see. Acolyte of Cheula. It's got a shtick where every time you inflict elemental ailments, you get volatility charges on your character. So if you freeze, shock, or ignite anything, you get volatility charges, and then when they expire, they all explode and do a bunch of physical damage to you. But every time it does that, it gives you a 10-second buff where you just gain tons of extra chaos damage to everything that you do. And then it's got this unraveling skill, which says whenever you deal chaos damage, it has a random chance to freeze, shock, or ignite. So you can kind of do every ailment type at the same time. This sounds fun to build around. I like doing stuff with ailments. It'll be a fun balancing act, and I like doing, when you do lots of ailments, you can do like triggered effects off of them. You can try to scale the ailments differently. You can try to do multiple types of elements at the same time. I don't know. It sounds fun. I don't know how to maximize it, because you're mostly going to be doing elemental damage to inflict the ailments, but then you're gaining chaos damage, and so anything is only going to scale half of that. But the chaos damage is kind of extra. So, I don't know. It sounds like it could be strong. I don't actually know how to make it work. But I want to play with it, so I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, I think they're melee. I think they're assumed to be melee. There's not technically anything about it that it behooves you to be, though. They're hybrid. This section of the tree is like hybrid intelligence and dexterity themed. So it's all evasion and energy shield. The volatility is when you inflict elemental ailments, so that doesn't specify whether it needs to be spells or attacks. I don't think anything in this tree specifies spells or attacks. You could do this as just a pure caster, I think. There are some leech-themed nodes, but you don't get to take all these nodes anyway, so you could ignore those if you're doing a caster. But leech is based on physical damage. So these ones that buff leeching effects won't work if you're a caster, but I don't even know if I'm going to be able to allocate that stuff anyway. Probably do some combination of these other ones. So yeah, I think in theory you could do this as a melee or a caster. You could do it with anything, really. This section of the tree gets evasion and energy shield, which is sweet. Movement speed. Lightning damage. Yeah, this looks fun to try to puzzle out. There won't be ready-made solutions to it yet because they just redesigned a chunk of it. So I can kind of tinker. Okay, is that 10-minute thing a countdown or a timestamp? Let me go check if it's changed. Still says 10 minutes. Live updates. They were having disconnections 40 minutes ago. Just before that, they fixed items dropping that aren't supposed to be in the game. I guess we'll figure out what this is. This sounds like it might be the 4th hotfix since the thing launched a few hours ago. Instance crash, client crash with druids, crashes using Unearth. It sounds like there was a bug with the new wolf thing, where if you die and respawn, the wolves that you summoned stop doing damage, which sounds pretty annoying. Yeah. So probably something was broken and they're pushing a quick fix. It sounds like there's stability issues, but I haven't seen any stability issues, so. while you're here, do you want me to put you down for serialized Lord of the Rings Cavern of Souls? It's only... How much was that thing? Let's see. It's only $9,000 ish. There's a serialized version of the Lord of the Rings Cavern of Souls for only like $9,200 market value. I assume you want me to put you down for that? It is a steal. 100 printed. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, it's not showing the right part. There we go. Nice shiny number. As far as I could tell, the card itself costs about $50, and the little number right here costs about $9,150. At least that's my understanding of the breakdown. Oh, they did neon ink versions of these that are thousands of dollars. I didn't even know that. Those weren't even listed on the other site. Crazy. Man, they've printed a lot of Caverns of Souls, and they are still expensive. You know what, though? I've been playing with it in Standard on Arena, and I understand why that card's expensive. It feels like the kind of card that shouldn't exist. It's real good. The amount of times that my opponent just passes and leaves up mana to counter my thing, and then I'm like, Cavern of Souls, immediately cast my combo piece. It's disgusting. I've been playing a combo deck where it's really important to get through like the one key creature that reanimates everything. And, man, Cavern of Souls has been gross. You land drop, you cast the thing uncounterable, and then they look at it, mouse over it a couple times, and then resign the game. Like, it happens just over and over. It highlights it in red on Arena because it's uncounterable, and they just go, ah, damn it. And then they scoop. Ah, nice. Rohan. Does it have 4th Year Lingus in it? Because that is one of the most insanely overpowered 2-player Magic cards. They put this in the Vintage Cube on Magic Online. It's a Monarch card, which they don't do in the Arena Powered Cube, so it's not in that one. But oh my god, this card is so broken in 2-player Magic. It's just X, make a bunch of hasty 2/2s, and become the Monarch. It's so backbreaking. I imagine that could be in there. Since it's Middle-earth Commander, humans. It's probably where it comes from. It probably comes from that deck. But yeah, this card's insane. Is Path of Exile gonna, like, work tonight? I can't even... It's still down. They said 10-minute downtime, and it has been substantially longer than that. Okay, yeah. That card is wild. I assume it's not quite as ridiculous in Commander because other people could then come steal Monarch from you, and it's a lot harder to hold it. But oh my god, in two-player Magic, if you spam a bunch of hasty tokens and then become the Monarch, it's just the game is just over. It immediately draws you a card to replace itself. They have a really hard time swinging back because you just made a bunch of tokens. If they do take the Monarch back, you have a bunch of tokens, so you will continue to take it back. They're like forced to get it from you. Monarch is insane in two-player Magic in general, but making a bunch of hasty tokens and getting Monarch at the same time is just so absurd. You could even straight up cast it for 0, make no tokens, just so that you get the Monarch by hitting them with a different creature. It's just, you could cast it for just red-white just to become the Monarch. You can cast it for, you could, in the late game, if you top deck it or get a bunch of mana, you could just cast it for like 5 or 6 and just make a whole bunch of tokens that are really hard to get through. So good. Probably too good. I think I like that the arena version of the philosophy of Vintage Cube is just to put like the strongest cards in at all times, which is generally really fun. But I think the Monarch cards that are designed for Commander really break two-player Magic. There's every single Monarch card, even the bad ones, end up really good, and it's not fun to just drown in the other person drawing an extra card every turn and you not being able to do anything about it. So I'm kind of cool with those not being in the arena version of the cube. I don't really miss them. They're just very like get ahead and stay ahead. Well, it's still not letting me reconnect, so I'm going to go refill my drink, take a bathroom break, check back in 5 or less. Really, I'll be back in like 2-3 minutes. That Aragorn, yeah, probably. Because he is a commander card. Oh yeah, he's a Monarch commander card too. So he would be on theme with the deck as well. That would make sense. I didn't hate that Aragorn, but I really like the, I think the Narset that I put in, the Prowess Narset is, I think the Aragorn is solid and interesting. I think the Narset is more fun though. I'm pretty happy with that Narset. I think she's sweet. Giving your whole team Prowess is pretty fun because it rewards you for going wide and going spell heavy at the same time, so it's kind of a balancing act to build the deck. And her upside when she's like popping off is very high. I'm pretty happy with that Narset. And she just randomly casts you free spells. She seems really fun. She's kind of operating on multiple different angles at the same time, which makes her interesting to play. But she's also not too complicated of a card either. She's not like Nico or some of those where you have to, or some of the like Planeswalkers where you have to like read them 5 times to remember everything they do. She's not overly complicated, but she has a lot of angles to play into, and she rewards you for trying to build the deck around her. Yeah, she seems cool. I'm going to AFK for like 2 minutes and then be right back. Still waiting on, I just tried Path again. It's still not up. It won't even let me patch, so I'll be RB. Launch day woes. Alright, what are the odds there's a game here? Still not patching. Alright. This is gonna be that kind of night. But yeah, this Narset is... I'm very happy with the Narset. That one. Man, this site doesn't let you magnify the card image at all. It's very annoying. Forget it. Get out of here, goldfish. Well, this doesn't really do it either. There we go. But yeah, this Narset's been a lot of fun. Prowess to the whole team is fun, because it pays you off both for going wide and for having spells in the deck, which are kind of two competing goals to build your deck around. And then randomly recasting spells from any graveyard is pretty sweet in a 4-player commander game, especially one that goes long. Yeah, she's been a lot of fun. She's the kind of card I want in the cube. She rewards you for planning ahead. She's very strong at the high end. Like, the ceiling is high, but the floor is pretty low, because as just a 4-mana 3/4 that's just sort of a prowess dork, if you're not really building around it, doesn't do a ton. Low floor, high ceiling, fun build around. Feels really good when you make it work. If you get to go wide with like 10 things and then cast 3 or 4 spells in a row and just wipe somebody out, that's super awesome. She's been a very cool card. Much more interesting than the Aragorn, although I didn't hate the Aragorn. Like, he's fine. All in on Monarch. If you hold it. Let's see. Oh yeah, he can straight up make your whole team unblockable on the turn you play him. Yeah, he's very good too. He was a totally reasonable card for that slot. I just think the Narset's a little bit more interesting to build around in draft. Well, Path of Exile is never, ever, ever coming back. What's going on? Okay. They are fixing disconnection issues. That's what this patch is about. They said 10 minutes, and then at the 17-minute mark, they said it's taking longer than expected. Oh, and that was a long time ago, too. Yeah. White has a lot of token generators in the cube, so it's pretty easy to go wide. And it lets you... It does a good job of unifying all the colors that make it up in the cube, because white has a lot of token generators in general. So it's pretty easy to go wide, and then blue-red is the spells theme, which is really good for the prowess stuff. Technically, the Azorius white-blue theme is Blink, which she doesn't do anything directly with. But she's good at mending Izzet with a bunch of white stuff that you wouldn't normally put in an Izzet deck. So she creates kind of a cool side archetype that pulls from 2 different places. White-red. Oh, yeah. The equipment stuff. Yeah, because equipment are non-creature spells, which is cool. So you get the prowess triggers off of those. She also is the kind of card that encourages you to be attacking with stuff. When you're prowessing up your team, you've got things to swing with. And if you're going wide, you have lots of bodies to equip too. Yeah, she really patchworks together a lot of the things that those three colors are doing. With these more than two color commanders, I like to either have them do a really good job patching together all of the component colors, or just be completely separate build arounds that ignore all of their sub themes, so that they're kind of like you draft the card and it's just now its own build around quest, like stuff like what's the Baitor in Abzan. Like Baitor is like that. Baitor doesn't explicitly play with graveyard stuff or token stuff or any of the themes that make or life gain stuff. He's totally disconnected, but you can slam dunk first pick this guy and then look for high toughness things in all three of these colors. So he's like, and totally make it work. So even though he ignores all of the themes of these colors, he is his own quest to build around. So I've tried to do one of those two things with all of them. Either the mend together all the themes synergistically, or the just enable you to draft a sub deck in those colors. There's a few that I'm not happy with. There's always a few that I'm not happy with, but I think Jund needs an upgrade. I want to get Corvold. I want to get Corvold for Jund. He's just a better card than the Jund commander that's in there right now. Does more stuff. He's also very iconic. And he has a lot of cool angles to him. He does a lot of sacrifice triggers. He churns through your deck. He grows really big. He's a big flyer. Rewards you for making things to sacrifice. Triggers a bunch of your sacrifice effects, which is the red-black thing, but he's also just gives you a big flying dragon creature body, which goes well with a lot of the red-green stuff. Green-black's theme is like grave digging stuff, and when you sacrifice things, you can often like reanimate them or recur them or get paid off for having more things in the graveyard. So he has kind of light synergies with a lot of the themes. I want to get him in there. Can't believe this guy has come down so much in price. Oh, he's still $5 to $10 for the regular versions, but the Edge... Why is the Edge of Eternity's version of this guy so much cheaper? How is he $5 to $10 for the original printings and the Edge version is 87 cents? That's wild. Yeah. Often there's a disparity, but that's a huge disparity. For a card, it's the same art. There's nothing like ugly about the other printing. Oh, you can't see him on the overlay, but like he looks identical. It's just a different set symbol. And so it costs like 1/8 of the price. It's a huge disparity for a set symbol difference. But yeah, I like Corvold. The other option for that slot is this one, which also looks kind of fun. There. This is 6 mana, 6/6 flyer in Jund colors. Every end step, you can sacrifice a creature. It basically flings a creature and makes 3 treasures every end step, which sounds super fun because that's just a quest to collect big creatures and chuck them at people while constantly spewing out free mana. And it happens on the turn you play it. Like, the card doesn't have haste, but it is a big 6/6, and on the turn you play it, you immediately get to fling something. Seems fun. Because there's a lot of ways in the cube to make, like, a big chunky creature, and then chuck it at somebody's face. And the fact that it makes treasures helps you kind of churn through your deck and keep doing other stuff while doing that, so it kind of ramps and deals damage. It's also to any target, so you could just straight up chuck a creature at a problematic card to get rid of it. Seems fun. Corvold's probably better, but I would be fine with either of these. I think this one suffers a little bit from just being kind of expensive and slow. But the effect is good. And the fact, what saves it is that you get to do it on end step, not upkeep or combat or whatever. Like you can just, or not on upkeep, but on end step. So it happens the turn you play it. Yeah, and the 3 treasures do make up for the investment. Like if you play it and it sticks, it starts making 3 treasures a turn. So it helps catch you back up after playing kind of a slow, rampy game. Pays you off a lot for ramping, because if you get this out a turn or two early and start making treasures, you can really pop off. I think it would be a fun one. Man, path is still down. This is wild. How long has it been? Our database engineers are continuing to work on getting things back online. We appreciate your patience. Uh-oh. Oh, no. The engineers working on it means something broke and we're not sure what. It's not good. Database error and disconnections. Investigating. Will be restarting the realm. I don't know what time it actually went down. Well, time for cube theory crafting, I guess. But yeah, which other commanders are kind of on the chopping block? I really want Firelord Ozai to replace Jury. This window is just not... Okay. There we go. Good lord. But yeah, Jury is pretty narrow. I think Firelord Ozai will be more generally fun. Oh, Rada is slated to be replaced with Clouth as soon as I can get him. Clouth is insane. Speaking of big dragons that make treasure. Clouth Unrivaled Ancient here is going to be a new rule commander. 7 mana for a 4/4 flying haste. And then whenever it attacks, you get X mana, where X is the total power of attacking creatures, and it lasts until end of turn. So you play this guy on turn 7, you attack with like 12 power worth of creatures, and then you have 12 mana for the rest of the turn or something like that. Like, this guy is a like get to 7 and then just go absolutely ham. This is a really cool ramp payoff that cares about power of creatures, which is supposed to be the red-green theme. With Ureni. Yep, it could go there. Total power of attacking creatures. Any combination of colors. You could put Clouth in your Ureni deck, and then if you get to 7, you get to then immediately play Ureni the same turn, probably. And Ureni's an 8-drop, so he kind of gets Ureni out a turn earlier while also giving you just a ton of mana. I was thinking it was treasures. It's not treasures, but it does hold over until the end of the turn. Yeah, Clouth is insane. He's one of my highest priority ones on the want list. I'd like a Vivi, although Alania has actually been quite solid. This card felt real strong when I was playing with it. Just copying a spell every turn is pretty good. What else is there? There's Urani. Koresh is what I want to replace with one of the other Jund commanders. I think Koresh is cool, but he's just getting outclassed by the power creep of the cube. I've struggled to find a good Grixis commander. I feel like this one's okay, but I'm not fully happy with it. Y'shtola may or may not get replaced with Sen triplets, because I'm sadistic like that. But Y'shtola's being a totally fine placeholder for now. So I'm not in a rush to replace it. I think the black-white ones have all been good. Karlov and Lisa are both really good. I don't really want to mess with either of those. I'd like to upgrade one of these token ones, because both of these are okay. I think King Darien could probably use an upgrade. Clouth coming for this one. I want to get a new sacrifice commander for that spot. I think Tasha and Scarab God are still as yet untested because people keep not doing that deck. But I think Scarab God's insanely strong. I keep wanting to commander it and just not having the opportunity. But this card is wildly good in every format. It's just a really good card. The Blink deck is doing totally fine. Let's see. I like Glarb a lot. I've been happy with Glarb. I would like maybe to replace Erixmathes at some point. I think it's okay. Oh yeah, in Boros, where'd they go? I think I might replace Kellen with there's a red-white Narset with equipment theme that I think I might replace Kellen with, because Kellen's main thing is he can tutor up an equipment, but I already have Cloud and Stoneforge Mystic in the cube. And I want something that just pays you off really well for having equipment in play. So there might be a second Narset coming. Man. Path really imploded, didn't it? Oh, it wasn't Narset. Who was it? Nahiri, not Narset. I got them mixed up. This one. Nahiri Forged in Fury I would like to get. She's a little more expensive. But I've got her on the want list. She's 6 mana 5/4, but has affinity for equipment, so the more equipment you have in play, the cheaper she gets. So you can potentially play her for less. And then whenever an equipped creature you control attacks, exile the top card of your library. You can play it, so she basically draws you cards, but if you flip an equipment, it just comes into play for free. So she pays you off for having equipment already in play, which is likely because she's a 6-drop, and if you're in Boros colors, she'll play 1 or 2 equipments before you get her out a turn or 2 early. And then just she pays you off every time you attack with any equipped creature. And if you get a lot of equipment in play, like 4 or 5 or 6, you can start replaying her for really cheap if she dies. Yeah. So she really is a good... she's mostly a payoff for having equipments in play and for collecting a bunch of them, which I want. Yeah, so she's on the want list. I really like her. I think she'd replace Kellen, even though Kellen's okay. I don't dislike Kellen. And if I wanted to go all in on the equipment theme, I would replace Lightning with Nahiri, but I think Lightning is just too strong and too iconic. At this point, I want her in the cube. So I think I would replace Kellen with Nahiri just as a better equipment payoff. Kellen is cool, though. I kind of wish I could have all 3. But alas, I haven't designed for it. But yeah. I'm going to have to figure out what to take out for the commander's plate. Got lots of equipment already. I don't know if I want to go up another equipment. I'll probably replace Mithril Coat. Like, there's weaker equipments than Mithril Coat, but every equipment in the cube kind of has a purpose. Like, Andoril is the tokens one, and Blade of Selves is like the ETB triggering one for the Blinky decks, and Buster Sword is just generally busted. These are the two different protection colors, non-overlapping, so I like having that pair in there. I don't feel like I can replace Helm of the Host because it's too fun. Same thing with Skull Clamp is like kind of irreplaceable. Could replace the Battle Axe, but I do like having one equipment that can just up your equipment count into the stratosphere for just equipping your whole team, or like popping off with Narset whenever she's in there. This is also hilarious with like token doublers, which White has a couple of, because you can make copies and then double the copies and end up with like 15 axes in play, which seems funny. I just want to see it happen. Basilisk Collar is kind of irreplaceable because it has a bunch of cool synergies with things. Put it on Walking Ballista and start killing things. Put it on like, what's it called? Grim Lavamancer, and it gains Death Touch and could just murder things. It's also good in the life gain deck. Basilisk Collar just has a lot of cool synergies. It's like an unassuming card, but that ends up pretty cracked in a lot of different ways. So it's like, there's like no equipments that I want to remove. I feel like Mithril Coat could go because I have Greaves and Boots already to protect your commander. But I don't know. I could drop Greaves or Boots and just only have one of those. Maybe I don't need both. And it would be more interesting to have a different equipment in there. Yeah, it's tricky. Because really it's just at the point... I know the Commander's Plate has to go in, because it's like a perfect card for the cube, and it fits really well with what the cube is about. And it's just a cool iconic card, but anything I cut is going to hurt a bit to cut. Maybe it should just be Boots or Greaves. Maybe we don't need duplicates of this, since there's already Mithril Coat and things that give protection. Maybe just having one haste equipment is fine. Yeah. I mean, having two of these, this is a very cool sort of staple effect, and the reason you don't notice them both being in there is because you only draft... only less than half of the cube gets opened in a single draft. So it's like... so it helps them come up more often, so that 75% of the time there will be at least one pair of Boots open in a draft instead of less than half of the time. Because I think it's a good effect to have available. But having Boots, Coat, and various protection things is probably enough ways to protect your commander. We probably don't need two different Don't Target Me haste effects when we have a Flash Rescue Indestructible one and some protection ones. So, yeah, maybe I'll kill Swiftfoot Boots. I like this treatment of Swiftfoot Boots. But I think between the two, I would cut the Boots and leave the Greaves. They're the Equip Zero iconic original version. Boots does have hexproof instead of shroud, so you can then target it with other things. But Greaves has Equip Zero cost, so you could tap out to play a big thing and have it immediately attack instead of having to save a mana. So it kind of... yeah, the Zero Equip is really nice. So maybe I'll cut Swiftfoot Boots for the Commander's Plate. The The Bloodforged Battle Axe is also a stupid card. I could totally cut that, but I think it sounds like fun, and I want to see it do the thing. So... Oh, Path. What is happening? It's been down for almost an hour now. It's getting close to an hour. Is there any update on the website? "17 minutes ago, they said our engineers are working on it." All right. Haven't gotten to see Fumulus do the thing yet, but I do think this card is fun. It's funny, there were several drafts in a row where Rakdos Sacrifice just absolutely dominated, and it actually won 2 drafts in a row with different commanders. And then it just fell off the map, and nobody has drafted it in like 8 drafts. I was like worried that it was too dominant, and then everybody stopped playing it. Partly just comes down to people's preferences and what cards get opened and some of that. There's some randomness involved, but it's just funny because I put in all these sacrifice cards in the recent updates, and none of them have really gotten to do their thing yet. I love this Dark Ritual. He's been taking all the black cards and playing black white every time. It's funny. It's also fun watching people find the niches that they like and seeing people lean into their biases, playing the type of decks that they like. You got very pinched in that last game, not because of the mana draw, whatever, but just in the drafting portion because you committed to a 3-color combination and then 2 of the colors were to your left and 2 of the colors were to your right. Which is pretty bad luck. Because usually if you commit to a 3-color combination, it's a pretty safe bet because at least even if you're getting competed with on 2 of the colors, like you'll get 1 color to go deep on. But you got cut on all 3 of your 3 colors that you speculated on. It was like the right answer for you to commit to was the 2 colors that you weren't. And you had no way of knowing it. Yeah, he hasn't played green. Didn't he say that he hates black, too? It's funny. And he's played it a lot. Oh. I think Path's back. Yeah, it's also hard to... It takes a while for the signals to come through because if you open a pack that's heavy in a color, it can take a while for enough picks to come out of it that you start to realize that people are taking stuff. Like it might circle the table once or twice before you're like, oh crap. And by then you're pretty deep on it. I think it's generally a good gamble to start on a 3-color commander. Because, like, probably 80 or 90% of the time it'll work out totally fine. And you just happen to have both people go in on your colors pretty hard. I'm debating if I want to roll a monk now or Finish Act 1 with the Ranger. I'm going to finish Act 1 with the Ranger, and then I'll roll a Monk whenever Bill gets on. Where was I?
I shall overcome. Thunderous shot.
And yeah, when you're, like, deep in the first pack and committed to 3 colors, and there's, like, a 4th color that's open, it's really hard to make that shift. Just because it's like, are you going to take a whole bunch of picks speculating on white, blue, black, and then be like, oh, I'm going to start now suddenly taking green cards, like 2/3 of the way through the first pack? It's just, like, a really hard adjustment to make. Unless you're, like, watching really carefully for what's going to wheel and remembering things that are no longer there, like, which is hard with 20 card packs.
The hawk circles its prey.
And even in that situation, sometimes you can double down and make the other people around you back out of their colors, which didn't happen either. There's some amount of just straight up luck involved. Like, sometimes you take a calculated gamble to, like, go in and start collecting cards for an archetype, and then everybody else just happens to be cannibalizing you, and it's just gonna hurt no matter how you do it.
Ones,
It
hear
moves.
our lament.
Yeah. The wheels also, in a normal draft, you only wheel a pack, like, one time. Oh my god. In a normal draft, you only wheel the pack like one time, but in those 20 card packs with 4 player, you get to see your first pack like a 3rd time, which is unusual. So there's more wheeling than in a typical Magic draft. Okay, Candlemass. Oh my god. Oh my god. Stop it.
Storming arrow.
I don't have the movement speed to dodge this stuff. I gotta get close to him. Jeez. Okay, I think the secret to Candlemass is actually to be up in his face. Because his front arc is so great. Like, this is easier to dodge if you're close to him than if you're far from him. Same with that. I think you just want to be on top of this guy and constantly roll behind him. Alright,
Is there
oh my
nothing
god,
safe from
what is
corruption?
this? Act 1 unique amulet!
This
Igniferous.
holds great power.
Life regen. Every 4 seconds, recover 1 life for every 0.2 life recovery per second from regeneration. Okay. So it gives you increased life regeneration, but it pulses every few seconds instead of being continuous. I don't even think this is that good. But my current amulet's just life regen, so this is better than that for sure. Okay. Let's go easy on the sound. Alright. But yeah, draft is tough, and there's also just some amount of unknown information that you can't control.
Monstrosity.
So sometimes you're just at the mercy of things not going well. It's just a game about maximizing your chances of things working out. And then when your deck gives you no lands, You get to have extra fun. Igniferous has no level requirement. Sweet. That's going to be great for re-rolling. Yeah. Oh yeah, that Chaos Warp. That was pretty hilarious. There we go. Max life. We'll see if I'm actually equipped to fight this guy. The shuffling the Chaos Warp to the top? Yeah. It's pretty unlikely. It was hilarious. Chaos Warp is generally a pretty good card. Because it's just it answers anything. And it doesn't even graveyard the thing that it answers, so it gets around you being able to bring things back. But yeah, once in a while it totally backfires. It's also given that it's in red, goes a long way too, because red doesn't usually have access to that kind of unconditional answer to things. Answer to basically anything. And you're usually targeting the worst thing on the table, so the odds of hitting another thing that bad or the exact same thing again, you generally don't even have to worry about it. We've had some funny draft games. I really like that every session of the Cube draft feels pretty unique. It just feels like a very different game each time. You see some common elements, but feels like every draft has had a very different flavor of gameplay attached to it. Sometimes it's just like a race to burn each other down. Sometimes it's like a very interactive, complicated game. Sometimes it's like a very slow defensive game where everybody's wiping the board over and over and getting their engines going. Sometimes somebody just combos off quickly and it's over. It's been pretty varied, which is nice.
Storm point.
Every time I add a combo to the cube, I'm worried that it's going to be too good or too dominant. And then what I'm finding is that when you only open half the cube, it's fairly... And with the 60 card decks and the drafting portion, it's actually pretty hard to assemble the combos. You got to jump through a lot of hurdles to make the combos happen. So every time I put in a combo, I'm like, I hope this isn't too good. And then they don't really come up that often. So I keep kind of wanting to add in more. I think it's getting close to a good place now, though.
Are they feeding it?
Well, thank you. It's been fun. It's been a really fun way to collect, honestly. There's a reason I've mostly historically played Magic online, because collecting and trading is a little tricky if you're only doing one thing at a time. But when you're basically collecting 10 decks at the same time, it's like the list of things you want. Oh, I forgot to go gear up for this. I was supposed to put runes on. Yeah. Okay, it's gonna be a miracle if I somehow get through this. Oh my god, he can almost one-shot me with the sweep. Yeah, this is not gonna go well. I was not prepared.
First dawn's frost.
Oh god. What? Man, that thing can hit you from so far. Ow. Okay. Man. This fight is hard when you don't have a lot of move speed. I also could have access to move speed right now that I don't. Oh, whoops. I walked right into it.
First one's iron. First dawn's frost. Oriana, open the cage. Release the beast. Give me what you promised.
I got a stun on him right when the cutscene kicked in.
I expected so much.
Well, that was a lucky evade. Ow.
Since you are too weak to do the job, I'll find someone who can. Goodbye, husband.
You manipulative whore.
You manipulative whore.
After all I've
Oh, God.
given you.
Okay. Oh, God.
Chilling frost. I will take out your heart.
If I get through this, it's going to be a miracle.
Savor each.
Because I just straight up forgot to prepare for the fight and walked into it. I feel a little doomed. Yeah, that hurts. Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, I thought I was dead. Thought that was going to get me for sure. Okay.
Pulse quickens. The eternal impure. With bloodlust empowered. Our Esmir endured. But soon all were devoured. In unending war. Death waited at the door.
Oh, God.
Then hour by hour.
No.
Fell
No, no, no.
summer sour.
Well,
Requiem on high.
do not get tagged by these. They hurt. Oh, God. This phase is brutal.
Desolation. I smell your blood.
Oh, this guy.
I am ravenous. Chilling frost. Solstice of pain. I will take out your heart and savor each bite. Desolation.
Ow. Rolled right into the breath. Alright.
Hunted.
A little worried about flash charges. Also, my audio is blasting in my ears. So that's annoying.
Tortured under the moon. The pack
Oh, God.
suffered but endured. And howled now in tune. No tales were told. None new, none old.
Okay, I got a bunch of charges back.
Endless hunger.
He's still got multiple ways to just straight up kill me, though, so... Even with the flask refilled, I don't know.
Frost. Requiem on high.
Oh, God, no, I got tagged. Oh, that used up half my charges.
Smell your blood.
Okay. Oh, my God, this fight.
Freezing gale.
Oh, God. Not the blood beams. Okay, these are the ones that can kill me. Alright, we're in the final phase where his beams hurt extra bad now, so... God. No! Why are the beams happening now? Okay. It didn't get a bleed on me, which I think is pure luck. Wait, those beams happen during this phase now? Ugh, this is so bad.
Through an endless night, they wither and tarry.
Okay, I'm out of charges. I'm dead.
Forsaken frost,
Oh, so annoying. Alright.
as cold as death.
Brutal. All right, let's get a rune in here. Cold resistance, okay. Throw an augment on here. Doesn't do much. Cover mana when used doesn't really do anything. Life regen's probably pretty nice over the course of this. Alright, I gained 10 cold resist.
Quickly.
Yes? You feeling
I
lucky?
can fix my passives too.
Not sure what I'm gonna do with it. See ya.
Oh, sweet. Oh, I've got Artificer's Orbs. Let's do one of these. Do the other cold rune. Okay, 20% more cold resistance should help quite a bit. Oh, I forgot to fix my passives too. I think I can squeeze out a bit of move speed here. If I move these 3 to 1, 2, 3. Or, sorry, 1, 2, 3, and then one of these. From somewhere. Yeah. I guess I'm kind of a level up away from having more move speed, which is annoying. I could go get a level up, but hopefully I'll be able to just do it as is.
No noose this time. I'll remove your head myself.
Many have
No noose is good news, from what I've been told.
Easy.
storming arrow.
You'll pay with your life. First one's iron. You will falter. First one's iron. Run, little rabbit.
That attack is very hard to dodge. Where he just dashes across the whole arena and things shoot out to the sides. It nearly killed me last time, and it's like almost impossible to figure out where to be. Maybe you need to get behind him or in front of him or something. Behind him, I guess. Alright, wolf phase, let's go.
Requiem on high.
Well, hopefully the cold resist will take the edge off of me getting tagged by those beams whenever it happens.
I smell your blood, and I am ravenous. Your pulse quickens. The eternal impure, with bloodlust empowered. Our Esamir endured, but soon all were devoured. In unending war, death waited
Ow.
at the door. Then hour by hour, men fell as summer soured.
Fair guy Bill. BGB.
Smell your blood,
Fury.
and I am ravenous. Desolation. Requiem on high.
Ow.
Smell your blood, and I Desolation. Solstice of pain.
Uh-oh, tagged. Uh-oh, froze. Whew.
I smell
Okay.
your blood,
Yeah, the cold resistance came across big there.
and I am ravenous.
Oh god. I'm ready for a minion phase now. No flasks left. Oh, he's so close to getting a stun. Oh dear.
You are hunted.
Well, this will refill my flasks at least.
And claw. Tortured under the moon. The pack suffered but endured. And howled now in tune. No tales were told. None new.
Oh god.
Old. And their endless
Oh god.
hunger grew
No.
stronger. Requiem.
Ugh, I had him so close to a stun and now it's all reset.
I will take out your heart and savor each bite. Desolation.
Uh-oh.
I will take out your heart
Alright.
and savor.
I was able to regen that one off without using a flash charge, so that was good. The blood beams. Alright.
Freezing gale.
More beams. More beams. Oh, come on. No, don't do this to me. Oh my god, it's gonna make me go through a whole one of these phases with the blood. Am I gonna die with him at like 0%?
Thunderous shot.
Through an endless night, they wither and tarry. Forsaken thrusts, as cold as death, of Bael's misery. The pack won't forget.
Alright. Whew. God. Blood Moon level up effect. That sounds pretty cool. What am I getting all these random microtransactions for? Alright.
If only for a moment.
Oh, well that's a fun bug.
The madness. It consumed my being. Oriana
Ugh.
used it against me.
Where has she taken the beast?
I found messages from the desert.
From the Vastiri?
Yes. Find her. Kill her. But first, please, stop the madness.
As you wish.
Drop your loot.
We must make haste. Let us return.
Look at the size
to
of that
Tree
sword.
to make our preparations.
Alright. Did it.
You've the darkness, good. Be careful.
Count, we can. If you find a binder,
Thanks, Beal.
if you find
I'm good to group up with you if you want. Unless you want a solo, which is fine too.
We must. The
I think I would like to try a monk. Alright, cool. Let me,
Time short.
let me
Leaders are. We'll be just fine.
AFK for a
Take your
sec.
pun. You know you want to. Yeah, sure. I'll take it off you. Boy, then.
Just gonna go to the bathroom and get a drink, and then, I'll roll a monk.
Pagan! You failed to liberate your brothers. Just as you have failed in poisoning my subjects against me.
I'll think about the name. I'll be right back. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll meet up with you in the first town in a couple of minutes. I'll send you a link so we can chat too. when I get back. BRB. Oh, microphone. Okay, back. Alright, sending a link, Bill, so that you can hop on voice if you like. Right. Purple People Puncher? Or something cooler. And less dumb. What's up, Beal? Can't hear you yet. Hold on. Might be on my end.
No, I think it's me. Can you hear me now?
Yep. Got you.
Okay, cool.
Alright. And then let me get your... thing on the overlay. All right.